Hi everybody, this is Joe's Premium Firewood, bringing another fun-filled, exciting video. Today's video, I'm going to talk to you about my nightmare delivery that I had on Friday. This is going to be a good one. Like the Michigan hat, Jake Morris? Alright, I'm going to start from the beginning. Today is Monday, October 19th. On Monday, October 12th, a week ago from today, I got a call from a lady looking for firewood. One of the 6 calls I usually get a day of people looking for firewood. So I explained to her that I have a indefinite waiting list, but I have a $50 emergency delivery fee if she would like to be moved up on the waiting list. I sent her a text of the 3 sizes I delivered. This is an oversized truckload. I also do a level truckload and a half cord. And she decided on the level truckload. And I'm like, okay, fine. And then the next day, she sent me a text and said, I would like to pay the $50 emergency fee to get moved up on your list. And I go, okay. And then she goes, when can you deliver? And I said, Friday. And then, so 3 days later, on Friday, I had Mike split ash right into the truck, 100% ash. I have been doing, green stuff like this on the back of the truck, but she got 100% because she's paying the $60 delivery fee, and because she's 1 hour drive away, and the $50 emergency delivery fee. So just in delivery fee alone, it's $110 plus $125 for the wood, and then whatever stacking I had to do when I got there. So I texted her and said I was on my way, and I said I'd be there by 11 a.m. This was at 10 a.m. And she said, great, thanks. So then I start driving, and then I hear some text coming in, but I'm driving, I'm looking at the GPS, and I don't like texting and driving. I don't like looking at my phone when I'm driving. It's too dangerous. So I don't really look at it, but one of the messages I caught, it said, can you cut my grass? And I'm like, what? I don't have time for that. But so anyway, after driving 1 hour to get there, I pull into a driveway, and then I go ahead and look at the messages, and then it says, I might be able to buy from somebody else. Don't come. I'm already on the way. Why didn't you tell me this earlier? And then she also said, I don't have the rack yet. And well, here I am, 1 hour drive, 40 some miles, and I'm at her house in her driveway, and she's like, oh, you must not have got my text. And I'm like, oh no, I'm sorry. I go, I'm here right now. She's just like, yeah, well, I got somebody else. And I'm just like, I go, wish you'd have told me sooner. And I go, she's like, well, I don't have the rack, so you're going to have to wait or come back another time. I'm like, I just drove an hour to get there. And I go, where do you want the wood? Let's see if you even need a rack. She said, well, I want it up on my deck, which is like 25, 30 feet away of walking it. I go, well, if you're going to put it there, you do not need a $50 rack. So I just saved her $50 on a rack. And then, so I go, well, for me to move it up there, I'll figure out how much it would be. If you help me, I'll give you a discount. And she goes, okay, I'll take it. I'll move it up there. You're here. So I'm like, cool. So I started moving, I started stacking it, and her deck was like 10 feet wide. And then she's like, oh, my cover that I ordered is only 8 feet long. So I had to start restacking it again. I had to get my tape measure out, measure 8 feet, and then start building a chimney there instead of stacking it off the rail. So I start restacking it, and I make it 8 feet. She helps me for about 10 minutes, carrying like 2 pieces at a time, walking 1 mile an hour. And then when she goes to set the pieces down, she's just like, I'm like, just set the damn pieces down. They're all straight like this. It's not rocket science. And then she's just like, oh, my feet are hurting. So I'm just like, okay, I'll finish it. Just go inside. And so I go ahead and I get it stacked, and I'm up like 4 foot tall. And you don't want to go over 4 feet tall because it becomes unstable. So I go ahead and start another row in front of that after I make the 4 foot by 8 foot stack. These pieces were cut shorter, so there was more pieces in there. But if they were all 16 inches, it would have been a face cord. So I had to put about 30 or 40 pieces in front, and then she comes out, oh, my covers, it won't cover that. And I'm just like, you don't need to cover it with a tarp right now. Only when it starts snowing, and it's not going to be another month before it starts snowing. So I go, and plus you could take these in the house. She's like, oh, I don't have anywhere to put them. And I'm just like, oh my God, lady. And then I go, okay. So I figured out the cost for moving it. The price for everything was like $225, and then I told her, or it was like $235, and I told her, I go, normally I charge $40 for this. I go, but since you helped me for about 10 minutes, I'll say the moving and stacking fee is $25. So the price came out to $260. 110 of it was delivery, you know, with the $50 emergency delivery fee. So it's $260. So she writes me out a check for $260. All right, cool. I'm out of here. I got another delivery, a half cord to deliver, and I got to go look at a tree job with Mike. And so I was real busy, and I took off. Well, Mike, I go look at that tree job, and then I go, well, here, let me buy you lunch, Mike. So I took him out to lunch. We pull into the parking lot, and I get a text from her, and she says that she can't get the wood to burn. Now I just about lost it then. I was hot. You know, I should have made the video then, but I had to wait a couple days so I cooled down, so I didn't use a bunch of cuss words. So she texts me, says she can't get it to burn, and that she did stop payment on the check, which I didn't even cash yet. Well, the wood that she got was 100% ash that I bought from my supplier, Phil. He had it bucked up into 16-inch or 14-inch pieces and stacked on pallets, and it had been there for over 6 months. No bark, bone dry. It doesn't get any better than that. There's no possible way that it will not burn unless you don't know how to burn. And then I told her, I go, you couldn't get gasoline to burn, lady. If you can't get this to burn, you better replace your wood stove with gas, because if you can't get this to burn, you know. And so she goes, well, yeah, I'm gonna reissue a new check to you for $175. And I'm like, are you kidding me? And then I argue with her, and I told her, I go, I'll waive the $50 fee and another $10 off my stacking. But I had 3 hours of my time in it driving up there. I should have just, when I got there, I told her at first, I go, well, give me $60 and I'll just drive home with it. I should have just left then. Well, I don't know. I don't know if she's going to send me a check. I told her I wanted $200. She was going to give me $175 because she's like, oh, I had to pay $30 to cancel the check. Well, I never cashed the check. And then one ironic thing about the check is I lost it. I can't find the damn thing. So I hope she sends it. I told her, I go, if I don't have that check from you by Friday, I got another delivery up to Grand Rapids. I'm going to come over and I'm going to get it. But I mean, it's a lot of work. What do you guys think I should do? Should I just eat it on this? Just say, screw it. If she sends me a check, she doesn't, you know, it's like a donation to charity. It was in probably I would say lower middle class home. So I know she's probably tight on money, and you know, I told her the price ahead of time. If you can't afford it, then find somebody else. You know, so I don't know if I should go up there and do that or just make it a drama to get it, and then it's going to take me an hour to walk it to my truck. But it just makes me feel bad that she got the wood that I know is perfect, know is dry, and I got all these other people waiting that know how to start a fire, but yet she gets to keep it, and it might even be for free. So that's what pisses me off the most about this whole deal. So as you can tell, I'm getting hot just, you know, thinking about it. But now I have had other times, once or twice, that somebody said, the wood's not burning very well. Well, they had ordered in January. I went out and found the best stuff I could find. You get my best. You order in the middle of winter, you get what you get. And sometimes it's wet. But that's why the customer should order months in advance and then do the drying. Do their job. So, all right, I got this to deliver, another one tomorrow, and check out some of these videos at the end. Thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you at the next one.